Morning guys, time to pick up my new truck from JJ Customs. So let's go see if it's in. Just open, it's arrived.
Notorious! Notorious! Notorious!
Gotta be a mistake. Marvin, have you seen this door handle? Every time you touch it, it goes...
Notorious!
Yeah, we're working on it.
Oh good, because that definitely needs sorting. Right, did my new truck come in?
Yes.
Right, thanks very much.
Yes.
Right, off home to unbox this. Right, thank you very much, sir.
welcome.
Cheers.
Yes.
And get the door fixed though. Okay guys, suffice to say, this is Drifter Maniac's ARRMA Notorious 6S V4 unboxing and review, as I've just come back from JJ Customs, not having just picked the truck up, but I've also been running my speedrun car outside of there, and I've still got plenty of power left in this 6S battery, which will fit this truck. So I'm going to do a short runtime test at the end of this video. I'm going to do several other videos, obviously showing it running, but a short runtime test at the end of this video. So what is there to like about this? This is the original stunt truck, boys and girls. This is the one that did the standing backflips. That is because it is based on the ARRMA Outcast. Now, if you've seen some of my older videos, you may know I had an ARRMA Outcast 6S, sold it, deeply regretted it. Traxxas Revo 2.0 VXL came along, bought that. Thought it was great to start with, and it was great when it was running, but it was sat far too long on that end of the bench waiting for parts and the minor stuff breaking. And that great truck when it's running, don't get me wrong there guys, absolute blast to drive, but it was just spending far too much time broken. My original ARRMA Outcast virtually never broke. I think I broke one pin on the roll cage tower on the thing, but they've changed the design of this. This is the V4, so let me get that camera down. And let's talk through the features of I've been looking forward to getting this so much. And as ever guys, if you like this stuff, don't forget to subscribe. Anyway, let me get that camera down. Now spoiler alert guys, before I open the box, it doesn't come with the tactic radio. It comes just like the ARRMA Typhoon of V4 with the new Spectrum radio on there. Love it or hate it, I do not mind it at all guys, but I know it's a highly divisive radio. Now the truck itself guys, available in blue or black, but I went for the blue. Well, to class the ARRMA Notorious as ready to run, but you will need a decent 6S batteries or two 3S batteries and a charger. But it does come with a Spectrum radio system, including waterproof receiver, comes with a waterproof servo, waterproof ESC, and a 2050 kV brushless motor. But you will need AA batteries, a charger, and some lipos. Now the ARRMA Notorious 6S is virtually identical to the ARRMA Outcast under the skin, but unlike the Notorious body, slightly more than the older Silver Outcast body. So what's new? Easy access, centre diff and motor. Very easy to work on the gearing on this car. Central body support. You can see something else lurking in the background that's new on the car. Internal roll bar protection cage, because if this thing lands upside down, the one thing that used to get a bit crushed was the body. That other thing that was lurking in the picture there, centre brace going from tower to tower for added strength. Hub nut O-rings so the pillar balls don't come loose. Never an issue for me, but it must have been for some people for them to have put it on. And as many of you may know, the Notorious body comes with this real steel effect. When the body gets marked, it's like scratching through the normal paint on your car. So what have we got inside the box? Bit one fairly large box, so that means there's going to be a fairly large truck. First thing that jumps out has to be that eye-popping blue paint. Anyway, a little bit of work to get the truck out of the box. But as I do unpack it, what have we got in here? We've got our instruction manual, a few stickers, decent sized toolkit in there. Looks like a speed pinion. Our Spectrum radio. Now some people don't like this, but it's got, for a start with, you can control the power 50%, 75%, 100%. On-off switch on the bottom. 4 air batteries in the bottom of there. But what have we got on here? We've got throttle dual rate, steering dual rate, throttle trim, steering trim, and reversible throttle and reversible steering. So it's quite well featured to my mind, but not everybody likes it. Some people find it quite plasticky. I personally don't think it is at all. Feels reasonably rigid, not too much difference to the tactic, but I know that is a divisive one there guys. Anyway, let me get the Notorious up. That is eye-poppingly blue. Okay guys, I went for the blue because I'd seen the V3 version of this truck and was just blown away. How, like, in your face that paint scheme was. But yeah, at the same time, it's solid. It's not like it's bright green or orange or anything like that. Super scale features on it, even down to the little sign writing bit, something. So I'm going to take the camera down and have a good spin around the truck. Okay, now the ARRMA Notorious is very wide, almost as wide as it is long. just to emphasise that, that's the Malossi Super Rock Ray on a counter behind it, and the Notorious is substantially wider than the Super Rock Ray is. Anyway, scan around the front here. This is, as I said, the real steel effect on the body, so if it gets any scratches on here, just like almost like real car paint, it will scratch through to an undercoat underneath and gain a nice weathered look to it, which yours truly should establish in record time. Check out that tyre tread pattern there, guys. As I say, loving the body. It is quite scale. It's not just like a basher with a semi-stock looking body on there. To my mind, it's quite a nice featured body on there. And at the back, we've got our ubiquitous wheelie bar, and you can wheelie this thing for like a couple of 100 feet if you get it right, guys. On the body, we've got our traditional ARRMA body clips which stay with the body, so you can pull the clip loose and it just hangs off the body. We've got those both at the rear and at the front. Now this roll cage doesn't seemingly support too much on there, but I have a feeling things are going to be very different compared to the outgoing Outcast and Notorious inside. So let me undo those body clips and let's see what we've got. And to give you a sense of how much ground clearance the ARRMA Notorious has got, guys, I put that 6S battery down on there, so we've got fairly good ground clearance on that thing. So what's under the skin, Richie boy? Well, it's first of all, that is new. That was not on the Outcast or the Notorious. Hopefully that will improve the shock absorbency of the body, because it could have a tendency to a little bit bash, but then yours truly did land one upside down 30 feet vertical off of a barn roof, which is probably not to be recommended. Anyway, the big reveal. What have we got in here? This looks very, very new to me, but let's start at the front and work our way forwards. Okay, we've got our impact bumper. That's going to be the least of your worries if you hit something with this. You will note on here, guys, the bumper is behind the wheel line. This means you can drive this thing up to a wall, give it full throttle and backflip off of the wall, because the tyres touch before that bumper does. But you need to bear that in mind if you hit anything at speed, which you don't want to do. As I say, lots and lots of metal on the armours here. We've got big bore shocks, threaded, so they're fully adjustable on there. We've got front sway bar, rear sway bar as well. Now, you've not got any adjustable suspension. On the 4S Outcast, the suspension is adjustable both front and rear, but not on the 6S one. But then this is the kind of vehicle you're not really going to be worried too much about the suspension adjustment on. Okay, we've got our servo there on the left, waterproof receiver box on the right, and the receiver in that is conformally coated, so the receiver itself is also waterproof on there, guys. ESC on the left. Our brushless 2050 kV motor down there, centrally mounted gearbox. I'm going to spin the car round in a second, because one of the neat features of the car is in relation to that motor. This brace down the middle is obviously the most eye-popping feature on the car, standout feature being in red there. Runs from tower to tower to stop the chassis flexing in the event of a big hard landing on there. If anybody wonders what that's doing and why that's new, that was not on the outgoing cars. 6S or 4S batteries, and they come with that jumper loop, so you can run either a single 6S pack or two 3S packs or two 2S packs on there. But a lot of people obviously jump straight in at 6S, not 4S. This is new as well. This was different on the outgoing car. This is designed to absorb more shock when the car lands on it. And now when it comes to this piece of plastic on the top here, this shock absorbency part, I'm betting that that little cross brace lines up exactly with that. So in the event that you land hard down on that, the body isn't taking the shock. This is taking the shock and transmitting it down through onto there. That is what I'm assuming that does. If so, that's absolutely great addition to this car. Now, would point out, you've heard the expression armour tough. That's because everything in the drivetrain is metal, from the front to the rear. All the gearbox, the diffs, the drive shafts, everything is metal on this car. And you've got metal shock tower braces both at the rear and at the front. And you've got fully adjustable big bore shocks at the rear as well. Moving on to that rear wing, which also acts as like a mini rollover bar if you like. You've also got the wheelie bar at the back there. And as I say, with practice you can wheelie the Outcast, certainly, so I expect no different from the Notorious, several hundred feet. Now guys, standout features besides the tower to tower brace and the new little mini cage on the car is the easy change pinion, where you undo these two screws and then the motor just slides to the side, and then you get really access to change the pinion gear. The spur gear is also very easy to change by simply removing one of these pins, tilting this over, undo 4 screws, and you can take the whole spur gear out of the middle very, very easily indeed. Certainly far easier than on the ARRMA V3 cars. So the V4 has definitely had a lot of thought put into it, to my mind. And guys, they've also changed the fixings on the tie rods so that they don't slip off, so the ball won't pull through the tie rod, fingers crossed, under any circumstances. Never an issue for me, but it obviously was a problem for some people for them to have made that change. Also tucked away in there, guys, is that O-ring somewhere in there, which keeps the pillow ball set up more secure and doesn't let it unscrew itself. Okay, quick pan down the chassis. All metal chassis plate on there, guys, adding a huge amount of strength to the car, enabling you to put that 6S power down. Quite impressed with the tire tread as well, which should give plenty of grip on loose surfaces. Okay, quick suspension test. Lift that front wheel until the rear just begins to come off the ground. And we've probably got 5 coming up on 6 inches of travel on that. Now I can tell you now, it will be supremely well sprung and damped. Spin around, check out the rear. Maybe slightly less travel at the rear, typically on these things. That's still coming up on 5.5 inches of travel on that, and at the rear you're still going to get that same supreme damping. Not going to bottom out in a hurry. Well guys, I did say I would take the ARRMA Notorious V4 out for a quick spin in the yard, and I'm true to my word on that, so you're going to see this. But I will point out, from these little scratches on the top here, on the real steel bodywork, I can safely say this thing is an absolute animal. I'm not going to do too long a video on it though, guys, because with this amount of power you really do need a much bigger area and some big jumps to run this baby at its best over. Anyway, see what you think. Hope you like it, guys.
I sent to testers, the throttle as standard was in reverse, so I hit reverse and the thing shot back straight into my foot. On 6S here there, guys, today. Now, I would say my ARRMA Outcast to start with did not want to do the standing backflip thing until I fitted the larger pinion on it, so we shall see. Well, wheelies quite impressively, even in reverse. Got to try that reverse wheelie again. As I say, guys, with practice you'll be able to wheelie this thing literally 200-300 feet. No, it takes a bit to launch it though. Realistically, this is a little bit too small an area to run this thing in. Bear in mind it does about 60 going flat out. Now, I actually seem to want to launch into that wheelie mode straight away. Oh man, this is going to be so much fun. And I'm going to need some new tyres fairly swiftly.
Now one thing is, on the ARRMA Notorious you can adjust the punch level on it. It's got up to 9 different settings and it's set on 4 as standard, but if I increase it up to 9 then undoubtedly it is going to do backflips from a standing start on demand.
Good brakes, always like to see that. As I say guys, this is classed as this is the first one classed as the definition of a stunt truck. And there's not a lot going to trouble this. I've actually managed to reverse the thing to my leg quite hard. I would say it is just too much power for this area on here. I'm going to be sensible and call it a day, but I just thought I'd show you how it handled sort of out of the box. Anyway guys, I promised you a short little spin and I did just that. Few things for me to go away and work on. Certainly check out what punch level it's set on there, because I should be able to be doing standing backflips with this. Although if it's like the Outcast, did have to change to the larger pinion gear to get the Outcast to do the standing backflips on it. But I'm certain this truck can do it. Maybe a little bit of tweaking on the suspension, but a straight out performance, straight out the box guys, not too bad. And I've already started work on the real steel body finish.
So guys, there we are. What do we think of the new ARRMA Notorious 6S V4? The improvements on it, to my mind, completely transform it. I thought the old outgoing Outcast platform was good, but things like the sliding motor mount, the new brace across there, just huge additions to my mind. It's not just like a body refresh and calling it a new car. And I do think I made the right choice by going for the Notorious rather than the Outcast, because I'm absolutely loving this blue body. Now I've just been reviewing some of the video, and this body on camera does not come off as well as in the flash. In the flash, it is like absolutely eye-popping. It's like Ford Grabber Blue, if anybody knows that. Anyway guys, if you like the ARRMA Notorious V4, you want to see more of it running, then don't forget to subscribe. And if you like this video, by all means, share with friends. Well, thumbs up if you like this video guys, post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video, and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell. If you want your very own ARRMA Notorious V4, then do give JJ Customs in San Jose a call, or send them an email, or ideally drop down there and see them in person, where every car they sell is out the box